Hey guys, I'm doing a little bit of a different video here. My favorite series of anything of all time is Pokemon. And since November is both the release of the last few Pokemon games and my birthday month, I'll just copy every other gaming YouTuber and make a dedicated month for a game series on my channel. Here's the first Pokemon. Now, what I think is the most appropriate first video of this kind is to explain how I found out about Pokemon. And no, I didn't start with the original Game Boy games. I wasn't even born when they came out. The earliest I was exposed to Pokemon was I was very little. I don't remember how old it was, with the commercial featuring Entei. And according to my stepbrother, I was scared of it. I did watch a little bit of the original anime, but I wasn't crazy about it. But in 2012, I got my first game from a neighbor where he offered 2 DS's and 2 games, which one of them was Heart Gold, and the other was Animal Crossing Wild World, but that doesn't matter, for only $30. My parents rejected him at first, but I begged until they gave in and accepted the offer. I loved the game when I first played it, and I still love it today. It's my favorite game of all time, in fact. Graphics, the gameplay, the music, it was really good. I never played a game with this much freedom in how you want to play, because I was raised with mostly shovelware. But I did play a few good games, but none on the scale of this. It was the first game I played that let you keep playing after the credits, which is common now and most likely back then, but it was the first time I saw something like that, so it made me love the game even more than I did. Years and years after that was getting rest of the DS games and some of the GBA games. Pretty boring stuff in retrospective. I'm also an avid shiny hunter because in Heart Gold I found a shiny Quagsire before I knew anything about shiny. No joke, I almost ran away from it before changing my mind and catching it. Also, I found a shiny Hoothoot by headbutting a tree a million times, but who cares about Hoothoot? The fact that I was lucky to find a shiny in wild without knowing how rare it was, which encouraged me to start shiny hunting. My shiny luck continued as I found a shiny in wild in every game I considered my main game. In fact, I was so used to finding shinies in the wild, I once was playing Y and found a shiny Furfrou. I wasn't hyped when I saw it, I just thought, oh hey, it's a shiny, I better catch it. I don't think I have the same luck today as I did back then, but I still love coming by them whenever I'm lucky enough to find one. And in Christmas 2014, I got a 3DS with Y and Omega Ruby. Y was fun, but I didn't care about it as much as I did Omega Ruby, which I personally really like. But I know it's considered the worst remake in the series, and I kinda agree with that, but it's still a fun game to play and I'll stand by that opinion. The game has also made me see another part of Pokemon I never experienced before, playing with friends. I had a group of friends who every day before and after school we would play together. I had a friend with a Darkrai though, so it wasn't always fun. It's my second most played Pokemon game with over 400 hours dedicated to it, only trailing Heart Gold with over 600. But I ended up losing my Omega Ruby game in 2015. I was devastated. I had a shiny collection in that game that was all but gone, forever. I lost interest in Pokemon for a while. Then, Sun and Moon came along in late 2016, and it revitalized my love for Pokemon. It was the first time I cared about a Pokemon story. I loved the characters, music was great, the post-credit scene made me super emotional. This generation was the first time I had internet in my house, so I had access to stuff like the GTS and Battlespot wherever I wanted. And I got to play with online friends for the first time. I ended up loving the game so much that it was the first regional Pokedex I fully completed. So I'll love Sun and Moon, and its anime too. I would put it as my second favorite Pokemon game right below Heart Gold. And yeah, I did play Ultra Sun, but it was still good, but not as good as the original. And Let's Go was cute and charming, but it was nothing special. Now, this is the present of the video, where Sword and Shield is about to be released. It should be tomorrow when the video comes out, and waiting for the game has been, let's just say, a pretty wild ride. a huge roller coaster of thoughts and emotions all the way through its pre-release period. When it was announced back in February, I was excited. I liked the visual style of the trailer, and the music in the trailer was catchy as well. I liked the Galar starters, but my favorite had to be Score Bunny. Score Bunny Squad represent. The June 5th Direct made me even more hyped, but in E3 2019, they announced that. And I know, you know what that is. I would be lying if all the drama hasn't affected me. I became super hyped to just hype. I still think the non-wild areas look great, and the cut Pokemon only slightly depresses me because I can't see my full shiny collection in full HD. But that's a me problem, and everybody will not have that issue. But even through all of that, I'm still willing to buy it and see what it's really like. Anyway. And that is the first video for the first Pokemonth. I'm so glad that now I have a platform where I can share my greatest passion in my life like I was never able to before. I have a video coming later this month that is also Pokemon related. It's going to be about a certain Pokemon game coming soon, hint hint. So look out for that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Whoa, wicked. Whoa, wicked.